yeah, also, okay, I do have my own Twitch open. Create a dashboard. That should be all set up. Yeah, I pressed too early. But yeah, we are not gonna interact that much with chat anyway, so yeah, let me actually go over Noel, what I know about her. There's not that much. You probably expect more than I actually know about her, but you probably know about like her A buttons being really good, like 5A hits crouchers, which most A buttons don't, right? And that's cool. Both of them are 6 frames, but the range on this is pretty great. Like it's probably one of the best 6As in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit low like some other 6As like Bangs. But still really good for like, again, you can kind of have like this almost infinite pressure swing, just stringing A buttons. And then of course like you can go like when you do like the B buttons too. And essentially what I've been told, like 2B is essentially like a second 2A. Like it has about the same range, but it's low, and it also has like the same kind of proration. So whenever you get like a 6B hit, you normally think you can get like the same combos you can get with 5B. Unfortunately, no, you have to route into the same stuff you get for like a 2A also.
Yeah, that's more or less the info you see in Dashloop. More or less.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know really much more than Duster, but I'm just gonna iterate and and this is like also what I kinda try to use, but most of the time if you see me playing, I will be like the kind of guy who moves away with JC and JB. JB especially is way better than you'd think. It actually has like a little bit of like a butthurt box, but not really getting it yet now. So yeah, that's a little bit harder to use. And yeah, for the rest of the button, 5B, nothing special. Like the issue with 5B, I mean, not really an issue. Or rather, like, yeah, you can...
you have to commit a lot with it for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like, you know, you can go into 5C, 2C. 2C is plus, so you can technically commit, you can continue your pressure, right? So it's not that bad. It's not just like a super standout. But one cool thing, of course, with Noel is like... essentially everything that hit, yeah, like 2A, 5A, 5B, 5C, all of those can get can be used as a can gate into 2B. But like, I mean, I think 2C can't. Yeah, 2C can't. So I think it's also low. Like, let me actually check that and set it.
No.
Okay, it's not. Oh, wait, it is like blocking everything. Like if I disable it, so it's a low. So it's a low. So essentially everything that hits mid can be cancelled into 6B, and 6B itself is like fairly good. I mean, it's of course people can still mesh out.
Yeah, it's not the best, but okay.
Yeah, it's not the best, but you can get like full combos off it, like for free. Like it's not like a Jin 6A or anything where you need meter. You can always get like you can always get like a full combo afterwards, and if it's blocked, also quite nice because you can go into drive RPS situations afterwards. And so essentially like your cancel options out of 6B are not that great, of course. Like it's essentially I think any drive move. Yes, any drive move. So if you think they will mesh low, then 2D. If you think they will mesh a mid, then 4D. And I mean, there's little use for like 60 in that situation. But
it's not a low. It's a low. Okay.
Yeah, 60 is a low exactly, and yeah, that gives like 6B quite a lot of utility. Like it's kind of similar to Ragnar 6B in that sense, where Ragnar can go into like 6D or 2D, and in that case you can go into like lots of D buttons or like the Hail Mary 3C. And generally, like if you want to combo, you go either into 5D or into 3C, and both of those will give you like good combos afterwards. So and yeah, the combo damage is also quite good on that. So I mean, at least for Noel, it's not Kagura damage, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I mean 6A you've been abusing a lot, like for as an anti-air, and it's like one of, I mean, it's not like one of the best anti-airs, but it's like super serviceable. It's like one of the better anti-airs. Yeah, it does. It works. Like the issue is it has like less invo than others, but it also has like that crazy horizontal range, which not many other anti-airs have. So compared to like a Ragnar 6A, I prefer this like every day. And the good thing is that you probably know that too, but you can cancel this into drive again. So same shit over. They block it.
Yeah, I discovered by accident that.
But you can also go into 6C there, and from 6C of course drive. I think there's not much else that you can do after. Like, I mean, you can still go for chamber shot of course, but drive or chamber shot. And I think you should also be able to go into chamber shot after this, or like after this. Yes, so that will also be an option. But I think like if you're like that, I'm not entirely sure about the frame data, but if you're that close, there's little reason to do that. It's not
very good.
Yeah, it's not very good, and you'd probably prefer to go into 5D instead most of the time, or if you know they're mashing 4D. Same then of course here, but in this case you can actually go for 6C first for like the true block string. And yeah, actually that's true. If you haven't used your 5B already, you can also go back to 5B, and then you can technically do stuff like this.
Okay.
Where you like where you even plus if their block continues. So that's the cool thing about this her 6A, that it's like absolutely.
So you can cancel 6A into 5V. Oh, okay. 6A into 5V. Didn't know that.
Yeah, if you mean 6A into 5B, yeah, you can do that, and then of course you can go into that again and have like that's super fast. The third 2A, so the second 2A, so the third A button more or less, and yeah, you can get good stuff from that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, drive buttons, we already talked about that, and I think you know the use cases very well. 2D to jump over stuff, 4D to evade stuff, like pseudo reversal, 60 to go low. And I was a little bit in the beginning, I personally was like confused when it crosses up and when not. It only crosses up like if you're close enough, and if it's like if it's inside the chain. So if you do like 5D 5A 5D 5A 6D, it will cross up, but if you do like 5D 5D 5B and then try, then it will be on the first side.
Yeah.
And the cross-up version is slower, so there's a dust loop, so it's oftentimes better to not get the cross-up version. And if you really want a cross-up, then you can of course go for assault through as well. And with assault through, of course, the problem is you're not safe afterwards. So if they block, I mean, I'm not sure if you're safe, but at the very least you lose your turn. So it's like one of those cases where you want to RC and do some stuff that they may not use. Of course, there's always like the RC mix-up, if you know, but it's like that's more like intermediate / high level. If you know they know that you have RC available, then they might be hesitant to press a button because they expect the RC, and then you don't RC because of that, you know. But the worse the opponent gets, the less it's effect, and then you just simply RC it all the time. I don't use it that much myself, but yeah, speaking of, yeah, we had 5C, but 5C is actually like pretty bad because you don't have anything you can cancel afterwards really, except for 2C or 3C. So, and I mean 2C is good, right? But then you see that again also doesn't work at all ranges. And 3C is also one of those moves that you want to, if everything blocked, like that's really punishable, and you're crouching afterwards too. So another thing where you ideally have RC, and then you're like at the very least safe. And I think depending on your spacing, you could technically get like a 2B or anything afterwards and surprise them when they want to punish. Yeah, I think that covers like all the buttons. Yeah, again. Also, yeah, one thing that you also can do is if you... Oh, wait. Am I stupid? Oh, wait. No, it was this one, right? Yeah. Like,
yeah, this one.
Yeah, you can of course also jump cancel 6C as well. Yeah. So that's another way to stay safe if you.
These 2 last days I was trying to search what can I do after a 6D into 2-2C and then continue into a combo. But I'm trying and not getting much of it.
Yeah,
I know 6D, 2-2C, bounces into what 5D, I guess, and then continue into a drive combo, but it's a little, it's not a long combo from that.
Yeah, okay, then let's go over combo structure too. Yeah, and yeah, I have the same issue with that. So like, let me put him on none.
This one.
So
okay,
like,
yes.
I generally do like this and then follow up with a safe jump.
Not much.
That's not much. I think there's probably like better stuff. I mean, it really depends. Like, I've seen like more players doing like stuff like Spring Raider into RC and then continue the combo, get like bigger damage. I think like for some characters here it might be like something like that might work, where you do like 2 to B C. By the way, if you don't know, hold the C afterwards and you don't have to time it anymore. That's very important. I mean, I think I told you that earlier or more often, but it's like very important to know. But I was trying that because I get a lot of
6Ds and didn't know what to continue in. So I was trying what to do after 2-2C, but it's what you say. It's a very, very, very little combo.
Yeah, and
it doesn't work,
stuff like that also doesn't work. Again, like, I'm not the greatest. You can, of course, go into the big dock. If you go into Dustloop, it's both in the Noel Discord and on Dustloop, Lizarain's combo dock / strategy guide for Noel. So you can look at that one and get like more combos and see like optimals. Again, I'm the kind of guy I haven't really I haven't really done too much research on the character, only like every now and then. And technically that's also how I learned with Kagura, you know. I never did like that big thingy. I need to learn everything now. I just saw something that I didn't know and then I implemented it and went further and further with that. So what I can tell you about like stuff that I do know about her combo theory is that like if you get like stuff like this, right, like you would normally go there, but she has like you can route into 6A instead, and then you can get like, I think like you should be able to get your.
I know this part,
Yeah, you can get like the 6A BNB again if you go with 5B, and if you have that. But if you have like a small starter, then that won't work anymore. So you're trying this and it will whiff. So what instead you want to keep the opponent on the ground. I think there are multiple routes. The one in the Lizarain dock is different than the one on Dustloop. I only know the one on Dustloop where you go into now I'm
this is the one I struggle a lot.
Yeah, you see I'm struggling too. That's why I'm like rarely getting it.
This part, it's a nightmare. It's a trial, actually. It's one of the first trials.
It's one of the what?
Yeah, it's one of the first trials. This combo.
Yeah, this is one of the first one. Yeah, that's featured on Dustloop. And hello, Pluton, by the way. But yeah, it's not in the trials. Like in the trials, you don't have like combos like that. But yeah, that's that thing. Then we had like this thing, right? And that's like you already know that, but. and that's like technically the optimum, and then you can get like, I messed up, I did press down, but then you can get like the safe jump afterwards set up, but of course they can still roll away, which is why I'm not entirely sure if like this thing also doesn't have like the one that they actually show in combo trials, if that doesn't have like any applications too, like the 236A optic barrel setup. Oki or more or less. I also know there's like an existing combo routes where you do like 2-2B as Oki, and like most of the time people will be like very confused and you can get like dash cancel and afterwards, but I don't know too much about that either, only have seen it on Blazblue. Yeah, I mean, you know that combo of course, and yeah, I guess like the one big is the big things. I don't know if you have seen it, but this is like
yeah, I know it, but it's
I mean, if you're like super close to the corner, then you don't need. But yeah, this is like essentially what they ask you in Expert 1. That's like the thingy.
Yeah,
but
I've seen it.
But what I personally find like more difficult is many Noel players will do like in the 2.8B, and it doesn't do more damage. So technically, like if you do the C version, it's like more optimal, but you can convert it for more ranges. So like if you want to optimize that further, I mean, it's the same route. So if you get to Expert 1 trial, and honestly you should be able to, because you've done like crazier shit already.
I'm struggling a lot. I mean, I've done the 7th one, but I'm stuck in the 4th one.
Yeah, I mean, you could show me a screen and I could give you tips, and then we just have you doing the trials, if that helps you. That is, and if you want to do that. But yeah, that's of course that routing. And then I've seen you doing like for throw combos, right? You were doing like 2-2C into stuff, and that actually works. You can do stuff like wait. So it works. And it works into stuff like that. But
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's 3K, like the optimal is 3.6 though. But again, like what I would, if you want to keep it simple, I would do like 2B6C instead, because then you even get like rid of the dash cancel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you have like even slighter damage increase, if I'm not, a little bit, I think like a little bit less, but not that much, but more consistency. But of course, if you want to go like for the actual stuff, and that one is kind of like
that's
finicky.
That last part is something I was trying the last week, because I've seen it from Sacred.
You've seen it on Sacred, yeah. But yeah, that's like, again, if you're aware of it and you know how to do it more or less. Like, yeah, by the way, and I think that's very important to note here too, because I think it's not noted. Like, all of this part is very straightforward, but you need like the delay after the 2J2C into the JD. And that delay can be really, really strict. Like on Jin it's okay, but on Ragnar it has to be a very, very specific timing, because otherwise, Ragnar has that lanky and not a vertical hitbox, not a horizontal one. And then you need to hit him like at a fairly specific timing, and that's like very, don't forget to do like that.
You have a lot of time after the wrap.
Yeah, actually, by the way, I think like the combo timer also is important, so I just hold like the up for this one. And it gets like auto-timed. And yeah, that on the top there, that's the difficult part. And of course, not messing up the remembering it correct, because again, I think like if I practice it a long time, I can get like fairly, what's it called, consistent with it. But yeah, as you see, like the other one that I've been using is more consistent. The good thing about that, by the way, that's routing in general. If I get like this, if I get any combo in the corner, I can always get back to 2A, to route it into Spring Raider, 2A 6C, and then go into like the combo bits that you already know, like where you also get like the double super from that you have. Also speaking of double super and stuff, like let's imagine you get stuff like that. You can actually get like full combos of it if they're like.
You can do a 5B.
You can actually do both 5B or like even 6C, but you have to be very fast with it.
Yep.
And then you can. I mean, I don't know the optimal ones. Yeah, like see here I was fast enough for even the 6C, and getting that. But that only works that works in one of two conditions: whether either you are close to the corner, or the opponent is close to the corner. So otherwise, you can't follow up. But here.
Oh fuck.
But of course we had that, especially with Lambda. But generally speaking, that's like the trade-off. If I do it like mid-screen and my opponent blocks, then they won't be able to cover me falling down. Then they won't be able to punish it most of the time. I think maybe some characters can, and like especially cracked players can, but 90% of the player base and probably like 80% of the characters cannot do that, so they cannot easily punish you after it. So like mid-screen it's actually like pretty safe to throw out, but in the corner you've seen like when you fought against my Lambda, it was blocked and I was able to punish you, and that's like true for like every character. So that's like the trade-off, like in the corner, since you can get like enhanced, like it doesn't matter whether they are in the corner or you are in the corner, but you can get like enhanced, you can get a combo afterwards, and as a trade-off they can punish you if it's blocked, so that evens it out. But it's like a cool thing to know, and honestly I think I've seen it like in like you could do stuff like that, right? And that's not even like optimized. I think like the actual stuff for that is like way more optimized.
It's a lot of damage for a simple thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like and that's how you could use it. But again, like I'm not the kind of person who'd do like who'd hit confirm into a TK
it's
super.
Easy to fail.
Yeah, exactly. So like especially in this situation, right? I mean, I don't know how like if there like actually any situation, but I'd rather do like this version and then get like.
That was the part I was struggling. That dash into 2C in the air. The second 2C, it's almost impossible for Nina. That one,
I see.
It's difficult as hell.
Yeah, I mean it's not that easy, because essentially what you do is like you input 6/6 and immediately go to 2C. It's one of those. It's one of those, you do it as quickly as possible, and could technically also go to J3C. But that's easier because you don't have to travel as much with the stick or like with levelers, whatever. But yeah, that will take time, and that's why I also say like the JB the high jump JB version, the timing is way stricter on that too. So I would go with like the C version for the time being. And again, like I also miss it oftentimes. I mean, most of the time actually. As I said, like it has like that failsafe in that you don't have to do the micro dash if you're close enough to the ground, to the stuff, and then it also depends on your opponent's hurt box. Like on Astral, for instance, it's easier than on Jin because Astral has like a bigger hurt box.
Also, I don't know the window you have to do the micro dash in this combo.
It's hard. I mean I can't say any numbers. But essentially you have to. I mean, I don't get it yet. you have to do it like fairly late, and that doesn't make it easier.
Yeah.
Because essentially you have to more or less wait until like Chamber Shoto is done. And
Yeah,
if you didn't do it then
wait for the animation. Yeah.
yeah, you see like I do input it, but I input it too early most of the time.
Oh.
But yeah, you see, especially with the C version, you have like some more time to go into the. But yeah, again, this is like a more difficult, and I don't know, like, you know, technically, if you can't get it, you could also go into.
Yeah, for the easy version.
You could go into like this. As you could go into Spring Raider, yeah, you could go into 6A and then Spring 6A, 6C, 5D Spring Raider, and then do your usual stuff. So, I mean, you add the same stuff in the combo anyway, but yeah, just like something to keep in mind. But then again, if I would really, yeah, just say practice this stuff, because I also know that you on U12 also had to do like lots of more difficult stuff. With
you think so?
Yeah, with timing on the drive moves and stuff. Like honestly, I find like the new stuff more difficult than the Noel stuff, because the Noel stuff definitely comes down to
combo routes after all.
Yeah, it comes down. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it comes down to the weird combo routes like mid-screen, because it's not like straightforward like most characters, where it'd be like, yeah, something. You know, you have to be like. With the whiff and stuff, and then like for like how much work you put in, like 2.3k doesn't look like much when Ragnar gets about the same with 2A, 5B, 5C has Fang.
It's or poor girl.
Yeah, but on the bright side, though, it does give you quite a lot of corner carry, right? So that's something. And like again, in Lizard stock, I forgot the routing, but I think there was something like wait, no. Yeah, I think it was something like
6D maybe.
Yeah, it was something like no, it was like this, where you go into that, but I forgot what else it was. Especially that was the combo that could also cross up.
I forgot the drive route from time to time. It's really easy to forget the drive routes. I have to remember myself every fucking day.
Yeah, essentially, like the base is always the ender of this combo, right?
Yeah.
So that you always get that, and then you get the same Oki. Yeah, another thing that you are probably also already aware, but she has like very easy high damage when you get like a fatal. When you can just go like
I didn't know that was a thing.
And you get like 4.4k easy with that. And that's like one of the expert trials actually teaches you that, and it's actually there's even more to it, like essentially. I also don't know like if you knew it, but you can actually pick up with 5B.
Didn't you?
For like no reason, that picks up. Yeah, also I think I forget like the.
Jesus, so much.
Yeah, you can do like stuff like that easy. But there was more. I think I kind of remember. Of course, that happens too often to me, that I get like a grounded special when I want to. Yeah.
Maybe super here? Oh, okay.
You could super there, exactly. You could double super there too. And then you had like another 2k
almost
added
5K.
on top. Yeah, almost 5k meter less. That's what I mean. Like if you can punish a DP with a fatal counter 5D, I mean again, it's pretty slow. So like more noise.
Yeah, but it's possible.
Yeah, and like again, the routes are really easy, you know. I got praise for it, like, whoa, he got 5k on Noel, and I was like, nah, this routing is easy, and it was so far from optimal.
It's a genius.
But yeah, other than that, you can get like good combos on counter 5c2. I don't really know the best routes. I mean, I only know like... Yeah, I guess it doesn't work, but mid-screen it's like... I mean, you could also go like stuff like that and rapid cancel, but... And then
that one. Okay.
Yeah, that one, exactly. And then you could get the doubles, for which I'm not getting, but you get the idea, right? But yeah, and I think that's like even like a bad one. I think you can also abuse this in the corner. Like, you know, then you have like all the damage up front, so like scaling doesn't have you up that much anymore. Like, I think I've seen the routes like that, but again, like I'm unfortunately not a Noel expert. Like, I'm just a scrub who has like a few routes unlocked, and it's like, yeah, I'm goated. Whenever I quote unquote outplay my opponents with JD 60 or 40.
It works. It works more than you think. It works.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and by the way, I wanted to talk about this early on, the pressure stuff. Let me put in block everything. But the thing about Noel, of course, is, I mean, this also requires a knowledge, is the knowledge of the opponent. Like, if they don't have knowledge, then you could technically just go like and hit them with the overheads over and over again, because they will block low. But if they know that they have to block high, then the fun part starts when you just
that's similar to U12.
When you just RC somewhere and go into low. And in the dust loop set, like for instance, that's good. And I think it's not that practical, but you could also go for...
It can be useful from time to time. I understand, yeah.
But yeah, you should... Yeah, what I've noticed when they were like crouching... But yeah, it's like, it's really tough if you want to do that, and if you would miss most of the characters, so you actually had to go JC JB after the instant air dash. So honestly, probably you want to go to low most of the time. Similarly, like you can also make the Spring Raider save. With Spring Raider, you actually have the choice whether you want to be airborne or not, and that might catch people off guard. Then you do like the same instant air dash JC JB for the stuff, or you could technically also, if you're like super nasty, you can probably go into like the drive land cancel. That wasn't it, but like this, where you get like, where you essentially whiffed the JD, it gets cancelled by the landing, and then you go into the overhead stride afterwards. And you could technically, I guess, do it after the JC thingy, where you instant air dash afterwards, then get like the drive land cancel into the D6B for the overhead.
Yeah, I actually have a question here. As far as I know, the 6C from Drive, it's plus on block. But I don't get anything every time I use it. I try to press a button after the 6C, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I got countered because of that.
Yeah, I think I can tell you what it is, because I feel like the description is not that great on Dust Loop. But again, I'm not the greatest expert ever. Let me actually put it up how they describe it. I mean, technically I could show it on screen as well for everyone at home.
I mean, for Dust Loop, it's a safe situation, but for my experience, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to see what they write exactly. No, not the drive move C6C. Yeah. Like it's not plus, and that's what it's zero. It's zero. So if you both mash at the same time, it's like zero. But the thing about it is, I think it's only zero if you do it at the end of the pressure string.
Okay.
But yeah, the thing about it, it technically is like if they do that, and any drive you do afterwards, they have to block. They can't jump out or anything, or they would get hit. And and
so
again,
it's plus in the middle of the sequence.
Yeah, it's not essentially plus. It just has like lots of hits done, and you can cancel, you know, before it ends.
It's not plus. It's cancelable. Okay.
Yeah, and it's cancelable. But again, like if you do it during the refill animation, I'm not entirely sure. It actually might be plus if you do it at the end of the string. If I go like here, because it's like it recovers faster if she gets like the reload animation. And then you could try to mash. And then generally speaking, for instance, if you're up against a Susan or a Kagura who only has like a 7 frame to A, then you are effectively plus, because you have 6 frames to A and 5A that is croucher. So you can actually abuse it against characters like that who have like slower jabs. And against other characters you can attempt to trade, or again you can again this is essentially where you could yeah, actually you don't have to, apparently, after this. Yeah, like I didn't know that either, but yeah, you could go into Spring Raider afterwards to count them mashing if you think they are mashing afterwards and not respecting that you have like
because it's my only DP. Yeah.
But yeah, then you could get them with that, or like any drive move for that matter, if you think they will mash afterwards and was not the last stuff in your chain, then generally speaking. But yeah, of course, if it was like the last where the reload would occur, then you can only go into Bloom trigger. Wait. In those situations, you could only go into Bloom trigger, Spring Raider, or like Assault Through. So, or like again, end it and do stuff. I'm not sure actually if.
Seems a little slow.
Yeah, it's not extremely fast, but again, like you are still like zero, you know. So
yeah. Also, it mentions here you can do a crash trigger, but I don't know. It's very useful.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like fairly useful, because it's only like 3 frames gap. So if they try to mesh afterwards, you can also get in with that. Actually, yeah, that's actually even better. If they try to mesh, get them with that, because again, if you wouldn't block everything right, then you get like a full combo of it.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, okay, not a full combo, not the greatest, but you can get like your yeah, I guess you can probably go. I mean, at the very minimum, you can get stuff like that, right? If
that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably get more, but again, like I'm not the greatest expert on this, and also like I think it's not that great for most characters after a crush trigger, like unless you charge it, but then you know they have like this part where they start getting this blue aura. At that part, they will get like the enhanced confirms and stuff, but before that, they will simply have like fairly simple stuff that you can do afterwards. But that's okay, you know, because you essentially at that moment where they were blocking and you hit them with a random crush trigger afterwards, which is like then again very at that moment where you hit them with it, they will probably
it's a little panic, maybe.
Yeah, they will panic if they just block. They will be like, what was that? And you know, will be like, they might be attempted to mesh that, and then they get hit by the frame trap. And other than that, if they try to mesh out, then you hit them with the frame trap and you get the free combo. So there's like that value in that, and that you can do that. And actually, it's better than anything that.
It's not a fatal counter. It's a simple counter. I mean.
Yeah, just a simple counter, but still.
It's a simple counter, okay.
But again, you discourage them from meshing after your 6C afterward, D6C, which means that if they take that lesson and they won't mesh anymore, then you're free to continue your offense afterwards, right? So it is a win. It is a win that you can do that, and that's like a good way to end the stuff if they continue blocking it. If you didn't like abuse the non-knowledge of D6A. Also, yeah, by the way, very important also to know, you of course want to end in Bloom trigger, or I mean, I think D5A is also okay, or like D6C here, but everything else will be punishable afterwards with the reload frames and whatnot. So yeah, for that reason alone, it's really good to end in this, because at the very least you're zero, but also at the maximum. This is why you were confused, because here it's actually like this plus whatever the number is afterwards, like the
okay.
in overdrive. So in overdrive you have like plus 19 on block.
19.
So do whatever you want with this.
You can make a T.
Exactly. I mean, you also have it right here, right? -5. Everything gets like crazily enhanced in drive. Like in terms of like application, I don't think Noel is like the here, even like this, right? -34 to 0. Like you essentially got a safe reversal. Nice. But then again, like you're not in overdrive the entire game, and I don't think like Noel gets enhanced enough. And I mean, you can
finally play.
But no, I wouldn't even say that, because again, I'm like I'm of the opinion that Noel is actually like a good character. I mean, a mid-tier, like a low mid-tier, high low tier, around that range, because she's like actually a good functional character, unlike in my opinion, like Makoto and Terumi have like more fundamental issues than Noel has, because Noel has like this, like actually like JB is awesome, 2A is awesome, 6A is awesome. Again, like you can just be safe after they blocked your anti-air, you know. That's not
a lot of people who will disagree with that.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm always the guy who believes in the characters I play, you know. And again, I don't feel like when I play her that I have to work so much harder than anyone else. That's the thing. That's why I have that, because on Makoto it kind of feels like that, but it also might be that Makoto is worse at the hit and runs playstyle and better at the stick to your opponent like glue playstyle. And Noel is, because of her drive usage and stuff, she's more flexible in that sense.
Yeah.
And I think that flexibility really helps her. And again, as I said, like if you get like that one read, like even 4D, I think gets like 4k damage if you have like the combos in deck, which I don't have. 5D counter punish, like lots of strong punishes that she can get if you have the optimals, which I don't have, which is another big problem.
Maybe that's why Sacred always says that he plays her defensively more than aggressive. For him it's a character you have to play in a defensive way more than in an aggressive way.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see where that's coming from, because again, like her drive essentially has the same flaws than the Kaguras have, that they can overdrive through and stuff, or they can just block it out and punish you afterwards, right? So that's like why you mostly have like stagger pressure outside of it, unless the occasional 6B lands and a stagger and strike throw. So it's not that her aggression is so strong, but it's good enough. It gets the job done, and I've seen like lots of mid-level Noel players getting away with like, and even like higher level Noel players getting away with aggression. But then I also see like players like Stuka. I'm not sure about Alizonius. I haven't seen Alizonius play. I don't know how Alizonius plays actually, but also Stuka also has more of like a hit and run play style as well.
Yeah, that's the type of player I see the most, the hit and run.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd also guess that you'd probably also be more akin to that kind of play style, honestly. Seeing you playing against you. because you're like.
I mean, my first character of the fighting game genre it was Kami, so I'm a rusher. I'm a Kami main on Street Fighter, so I like to rush.
I mean, you can still make that too, and again, there are like players who makes that work, especially as again you can. You could also just abuse plus frames the entire time, and when they don't expect it, and when they don't expect it, go into the 6B all of a sudden, or like even frame trap them, like, you know, the 5C, 5D is a natural frame trap, and then we already discussed like this frame trap, right? So there is stuff there how you can actually, if you want to, you can actually stick to it. I think the thing is why many Noel players don't do that is like a personal preference, and because I feel like most people who want to rush down that crazily probably to gravitate towards Naoto or Naoto, Susan or Makoto. And but I said, like, she's more well-rounded for that matter, and I kind of like it. So she's a little bit like Tao Kaka in that sense, but yeah, with different too. It's weird, you know, because Tao is also like
it's a flexible character, so people tend to play her very different from each other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's true for most characters, but again, I can see like her being played more differently in comparison to like Kagura. But then again, on Kagura we have the same stuff where Monkey is like this solid strike throw player, and then Mako is Roulette Royale, and I'm apparently the layer zero player, you know, who keeps it simple. But yeah, that's the stuff about it. But yeah.
Yesterday I was wondering, 4D and 6D. It's a good tool after for the Wyvern of Kagura. It's a good tool for 4D versus Wyvern. Did you try that?
Yeah, I actually have lapped the counterplay, and the counterplay is actually it actually depends. If you're like far away, if the Noel is far away enough, then he can actually Wyvern it with the correct timing, and he can also 5D8 with the correct timing, but those timings are very strict, and generally like Noel has like a good, like using 4D against almost any of his drivers is like a good idea. It's like the same as using DP against almost any of his drivers is a good idea. It's essentially the same.
60?
60 is good against Wyvern and his orbs, so that's where you'd use it. It might also hit like other stuff sometimes, but again, like 60 also had the problem with, I think, the wind up. So if you get hit during it when she's like when she's still like a little bit higher, then she can get countered, and of course you don't want to get countered for 4K. But similarly,
so which one
Wyvern,
is the best?
I generally say like 4D, but 4D is like they get close to you, and 60 is like you bridge the gap, and depending on what you need in that moment.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
Because like, let's say the Kagura player is far ahead from you, he presses Wyvern, but he would whiff, and then you would also whiff that, right? Yep. But then you could get like the guaranteed punish with that. But speaking of Wyvern, of course, you also have like the possibility to trade. Trade would be bad, but yeah, you could technically also do that, but that would be. Oh yeah, JD would also work, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's like lots of stuff that you can work with. Again, if you're asking Kagura specifically, make sure to 2B the 5DA when it comes after 2DB, and don't do that when it comes after 2DC. I mean, we had that topic yesterday. I had like a little crash course on how to beat Kagura for Hydro. That was Jin versus Kagura, but still like the same stuff applies. It's not on YouTube yet because Mahop wanted to have a Häschen party from Schnüffel on as music, and that music doesn't get cancelled from doesn't make it appear in all regions, so I let YouTube work hard on cutting the music out. Is what's happening.
Yeah, okay, but it's fair. Yeah, YouTube is a little messy with that.
But yeah.
So why is I mean, I tend to finish this combo with the shotgun, but not with the 236D. What is the difference?
That's actually a good question. I'd actually have to.
I mean, the 236D, it's not a hard knockdown, so I don't know why people use it over the shotgun.
I think it's mostly because of corner carry, but I do know that it's used because
damage, maybe?
Yeah, damage, but as I said, like...
Yeah, it's corner carry.
Corner carry and you get like a safe jump, right? So in the corner...
Oh, okay, it's a safe jump, okay.
It's a safe jump setup essentially because it's just instant air dash, JC afterwards, time it correctly, press 4 during it, and then you have to safe jump on deck. So that's good if they want to wake up with TP, so that's like the general idea. I'm actually not sure, is that like a hard knockdown, like if I emergency roll, if I disable it? I mean, or how do I actually test if it's like a hard knockdown, really, because I'm always like confused by that. But speaking of against Kagura, you don't want the hard knockdown anyway. You want them to be able to roll. But
that's something I understand.
that's very important to understand, but it's also important to understand if you're facing me, I don't talk about the other Kagura players, then expect the Linform instead, you know?
And maybe for me it's a little early for that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's by the way something I hope you know it, but hold up back AB, so you have like it. If you like tag in the air, then you have the barrier, and if you were to tag on the ground because the B would come out before you jump, like this, then I don't get it like frame perfect, but essentially it will come out earlier and and then you don't jump if you're on the ground. So that's the idea behind the tag. Like, you know, I failed to explain someone the tag and was like because I didn't know about that stuff, so I want to say that.
I'm trying to get better with that, but it's something you have to remember every second of the game. It's difficult. I know you have to barrier when you're in the air, but it's difficult at the beginning to remember always, basically. Yeah, true. Like, this is like such a Blazblue habit that no other game. I caught me doing that in Fatal Fury and it wasn't that good. And it makes it difficult to do an air dash after you're doing barrier, because when I'm at the corner, I suffer a lot. Yeah, I know it's because of the character, because she doesn't have any DPs outside of the drive. But it's a nightmare. Being at the corner with her, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that's because if they do a low, like you can't wake up 40. Other than that, wake up 40 would be pretty good. I think wake up 2 can be good if
a little slow if they're mashing.
Yeah, it's like, again, like patience is the key, and that's like really difficult. Like, I mean, for beginners, you could always go for alpha counter in the corner, you know, because if you block low on your wake up and they don't immediately hit you with your overhead, or you react to the overhead, then alpha counter afterwards, and then at the very least you're out of that position, and that's very well worth the 50 meter always. Again, like at some point people will start baiting your alpha counter, but I mean, even I'm not really at that point where people do it very consistently. I'm always surprised when someone does it, so yeah.
It's not very common because you need to spend meter after all. So it would happen a lot at every game. It would happen because you won't always have the meter to do it. So it's a little rare to see an alpha counter. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that's another thing that where I can see like yes, this character has problems because like she doesn't have like the traditional easy jump in, right? Like it's JC, but JC is not an overhead. It's like just a mid.
It's not an overhead. Oh.
So like yeah, if I don't let him switch, you see how it's still, because it's a multi-hit, they didn't want to make an overhead. And that's why like the drive land cancellation is like...
Why is not an overhead? That's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the reasoning. It makes sense in its vacuum. Like every Blazblue character was conceived in a vacuum, but it doesn't make sense if you compare to like SSJC, which is like an instant overhead that you can cancel into other normals.
It's so dumb.
And also covers almost the entire screen. Then all of a sudden it doesn't make sense anymore. You know, then that could have been easily an overhead. But yeah, and because of that you want to cancel into JB oftentimes. You also know, like, of course you can't jump cancel. So, but yeah, try doing that cancel into stuff is like really difficult. So you probably want to hit like a very late JB instead. But again, a little bit circumvented by that you can go into like the drive land cancellation thingy. Which, to be fair, is like pretty difficult because, yeah, if you do it too early, then this will happen and it will hit the JD before, and the opponent will be like more, okay, my opponent is in drive right now, and if you do it too late, you get 5D, or it's also easy to get. I mean, I'm trying it now to get the accidental the wrong stuff, but it's all, that's what I mean. It's also easy to get like the accidental D6D.
Yeah, and it happens a lot actually.
But yeah, that's something that's at high level. I think they have like an actual complete guide about how to use drive land cancellation. What else there is? I only know the basic value that it's like, yeah, you can get like the juicy overhead that no one reacts to, because the mean part about this is obviously 50-50, right? Because they don't know. Because you can't react whether you get like the 5P or the D6P.
They have to guess.
They have to guess, exactly, and that's what makes it good. And especially like, I mean, I'm using it in the corner most of the time, so in the corner you get like you even get like easy combos like this. And again, this is not optimal at all, but it's not too bad, you know, 3k meterless.
Yeah, it's for starters is good.
Yeah, exactly, and I think you can probably pump it up maybe 500, maybe 1000 more damage. I'm not entirely sure, but
maybe too early.
Yeah, for me again. Now. Yeah, again, like at some point I will probably like learn more about her, but I'm like the explorative type of player.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time thinking about, okay, if I do this attack instead of the one I was doing from now, and I lost a lot of time not trying the same combo, but any variation of, okay, I do 5D, but if I do 2D here, what happens? If I do 6D, what happens? And when I realized it passed maybe an hour or two.
Yeah, but that's really good. That's really good to explore your character like that. That's also what I recommend to everyone, to test out their character, because I think the worst thing that can happen is if you actually know like 5 or 6 combos from the dust loop, but whenever a situation happens that you didn't account for, you can't combo at all because you have no idea about the actual combo theory behind it, you know. So it's way better to have like that piece together knowledge, even if it's like absolutely subpar, unoptimal, but being able to convert of everything in some way, shape or form.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And just for Kirk, it's a curiosity thing. It's just it's just that. If I see a gap between any of my combo routes, it's curiosity after all. No, nothing more than that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really doing anything really because but yeah, I mean, now it really depends on what you want to do. I mean, I wouldn't mind watching your shoulders while you try the challenge mode combos, just so you can get those done. But if you don't want to do it and want to fight instead, that's also okay. You know, it really depends on what you want. But generally,
I don't know what is the better thing to do. Actually, I have no idea.
Yeah,
because I mean, for the trials, actually, if it's for me, it's only a matter of time. I mean, at some point I will get it, but sometimes I have to literally ask, okay, why I'm failing at this? Maybe it's a timing specific, maybe it's actually maybe 90% of the time it's a timing problem when I fail these things. Because especially with Noel, it's you have to delay things, you have to cancel things, but not at the same at the very moment you are doing the previous attack. You have to stay a little and then continue the combo. It's a timing specific thing more of the time. For now, I'm more in the mood for playing more than doing trials because it's what I'm saying. My problem with trials is I get stressed because I don't understand why I'm failing. But maybe the next day I clicked and okay, it was only a timing thing, and I do the trial. End of the problem. It's I mean, eventually I got the seventh one because and I can remember saying to you it was impossible the seventh one. So I wonder it will be I think it will be the same for the other ones.
Yeah,
so we can play if you want.
Yeah, since you were saying like the timing is so different, it's actually like fairly universal, you know. Like there's a thingy when essentially you can't press it immediately. So if I do it like this, or actually let me show. Like you see, I pressed the 6B, but I was way too fast on it. So the thing about this is like you essentially want to press the next button when shortly before the first one.
When you finish the animation, more or less.
Yeah, shortly before it hits, I'd say, and then you like actually always in a good spot to do stuff. And then there's also like the stuff that's I think technically optimal, like when that comes up. But then again, like the trial mode of course has lots of ladder combos, and Noel then at high level doesn't want to go into ladder combos that much, so that's not the important part. But why I'd actually like the reason why I'm actually saying like it's good to have them, because you can get you can practice like the actual corner.
She only has 4.
Yeah, she only has 4 expert ones, exactly.
What the fuck?
I mean, listen, you did this, right? You did it in Mission 7, and you swapped out two buttons and you got an optimal, so there's not really that much need for like that many more combos, but she only has 4. And this again, optimal, and that's why I do it, but also because the double super I told you about, like it's used twice in those trials here. And also the other thing with the 5D, 6D is from this channel essentially, but they also do like some other funny stuff because it's in the corner, and I'm not sure if
but it's a colossal difference from Mu 12. She has a lot more than Noel on expert.
Yeah, and Mu 12 also has like a lot worse combos than on expert.
Yeah. I mean, I have access to the expert ones on Mu.
Yeah, yeah, you know what it's. I mean, I can show you. Like, I'm still missing 3 of them.
Oh.
So yeah. This one in particular, like I spent like 3 weeks trying to crack it, and I can't get the OD version Wisdom of the Divines, because either I'm fast enough, but the opponent is too high and they didn't fall into the move, or I was too slow and it didn't get the OD version. You know, it's like if I had like a little bit more OD, I would have got the combo multiple times. But yeah, that's the one that I was, which and why is the reason why I played Mu 12 so much, because I was so engrossed. I wanted to get this combo so hard, but I didn't. And yeah, and that one is like, this one is pure terror too. And that one was, the beginning was kind of super weird, and this was a combo that I was not feeling. That was a combo I was feeling but not getting, and that was a combo that's
super long.
That's like, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Noel's combo, like the highest stuff, is actually among the trials. It's not the easiest because Jin and Susan exist. Also, like, don't mind the number 6 that I haven't cleared because it's just stupidity. But Ragnar's also easier, but they also have like some dumb bullshit. So I'd say like, she's probably made up. And again, I'm a fan of the combo trials because unlike Kagura's, they are actually practical. With like a few tweaks here and there maybe, but they teach practical stuff. And on Kagura's end is like, oh yeah, you get this very rare hit and you spend meter and you get 4k. It's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, very useful, thank you.
Exactly, like
let's do another thing.
You'd think he'd be a low damage character if you only did his tries. It's like, it's so weird. But yeah, we can play some now. And
okay. Yeah, with Mu 12 it was a 50-50 situation. Some of them are very useful, but not every one of them. It's not like Noel. The Noel ones, I think, I'm starting to think it's useful in a high number of them. I mean, practical.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think like most of them are optimal, but it's still like, it's good combo knowledge to have, and it again, like they have like 2 optimals, quote unquote, and not exactly, but quite there, you know, like the.
Well, that happens in every game. The trills are it's common for every game, actually.
Yeah, actually. Let me send you the link so you have it, and also I can no, not this. I can end the streaming because we have.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'd also kind of say that I'll be switching characters around a little bit, so you get to play different characters. Shed tells me to pick Kune, but I won't do that because I don't know anything about him. I could do Jubei, but I also think he wouldn't be enough of a challenge. And Mu 12 also not. I mean, yeah, maybe we can pick it over, start it over with Tsubaki again.
The usual Tsubaki.
The usual Tsubaki, yeah, but I feel like actually Lambda is way better than my Tsubaki, and Lambda is like one of the stronger characters by now. So like I had on, it was yesterday, like Smudge started learning Karl, and he's an absolute beast on Karl, and and actually my Lambda did better than my Kagura. So yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about Tsubaki, right? That she can always whiff cancel anything into another button.
Okay. Ooh.
But yeah, that's what I also Like in the corner, try to route into Spring Raider early and then go into like your general. I mean, again, like I do know that also like the high level combos are like into Spring Raider, but I don't know how they exactly look. Yeah, this is no. Actually, yeah, you can hit it in your startup, but on wake up or anything, you can't do anything really on against it.
Ooh. Oh, should you?
Hey, she has it all.
I forgot. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that, by the way, D6C in the corner is not really reliable. So in the corner you want to use D4D instead, depending on the routing, or go D4D into D6D, which I also have shown into that thing.
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember that, because I do it just by memory, the 6C.
Yeah, understandable. Okay.
Hey. The usual run 60.
Yeah, it definitely worked out that time, and again, it can work out quite a lot too, but don't be over relying on those kind of stuff.
I try to. It's just a muscle memory thing.
I mean, it's also okay, you know, if it works, it works, and as long as you can make sure it connects, if you had like 50 meter to as long as you can make sure it connects, you can go into like other drives after. I mean, you can even go into other drives afterwards without. But of course, that can increase the risk even further.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, no. Not this time.
Yeah, this time my 236D won instead.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the thing, I have that move. So essentially against Tsubaki you want to keep like an eye on her stock part, and then if she has like lots of stuff, then she could rip that out anytime, where she just moves through almost the entire screen and can get you like enter you or anything. I mean, it's not like Wyvern doesn't have any invul, so anything like that, so you could just stuff it out with a projectile, but then again, Noel's projectile is not good.
It's a difficult thing to do. Oh. Oh fuck. Ooh.
But yeah, the good thing about Noel's drive still is, again, if I evade one and immediately go into exit, then of course I can often punish it, but if I evade the wrong one, like 4D, then you might actually still get me instead.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, the 6C is... the 6C didn't work there, but it's okay.
Ah, fuck. Nope. Okay, that wasn't the intention, but
Yeah,
I take it.
it is what it is.
Wow. Oh, too high.
Yeah, that's the one thing that also sometimes happens. You think you have like Bali invul, but then your their jumping attack still hits you.
Yeah, I noticed.
So in that sense,
I struggle sometimes because I go a little autopilot with drives.
yeah,
So
I mean, I do understand that. It happens on me on both Kagura and on Noel, also on Noel more than on Kagura
Yeah,
too.
it's pretty abusable, the drive. Very abusable, actually.
Yeah, I think you got active floor afterwards, so it's only the 2K version.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the bananas are too strong, you know. Queen of fruits, can't do anything against them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing about Tsubaki too. She has like, again, she has like a follow-up for everything. So she even has like a follow-up for her slide, which is like an anti-air. Because why not?
I will forget.
Yeah, I think you tried to overextend that. I think there was a 6A starter again, and
Oh fuck. Oh.
Oh.
Oh fuck. It's too fast.
It is indeed.
Yeah, because you can't barrier after a sprint. You can't cancel the dash into defense. You have a time, a recover time after you run.
You mean after after the command dash? You mean or what?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
regular
After
dash you can.
Yeah.
Can go to this.
There is some time to recover after you run. Okay. Oh. Nope.
I mean, that was pure luck.
Yeah.
I mean, those happens to me a lot too, that I get like the.
Yeah, it's hell for her.
The accidental bait of the alpha counters.
Oh fuck. Oh what?
And that, by the way, was another part where you were unsafe because of the stuff. Okay, I'm dead.
You think so?
No, okay, I might actually diff. Yeah, I
No.
Wait, why is it only 1.6k? Aren't they always like 2k, the exit axles?
It's Noel.
But still.
Oh. It's so fast. Oh.
Yeah, the only reason I can win here is the broken 360. I mean, okay, also broken with cancel. Okay, that was too late, unfortunately. Like, but even if you do like the spring raider too late, you can still just take the knockdown. Another thing that's too
What
fast,
is that was silly. Yeah, I'm pretty new to the combo for now, so I I get maybe 80% of them, but it's something.
Yeah, you will get there again, like recognizing every time what you should have done instead and stuff that will have.
It's instant, actually. What the cost?
I have all the money now.
Oh fuck. Oh, oh. Yeah. Ah, I wanted to grab.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about it, but yeah, it's generally like so hard to pun. I mean, it's almost unpunishable. Like, you got me once on startup, but I think once the bananas are out, like, she's safe.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Oh. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't try to do that with bananas or anything really.
I was expecting the one go she goes forward.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think the thing about that is, I think she has to spend more of her stocks for like follow-ups. So you probably just want to block it and punish. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's plus or anything. Again, like, Tsubaki is the character I just picked up, and you see that in my routing and everything, right? I mean, essentially just doing the same combo over and over again.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
anything
see.
else.
What? Okay. Oh fuck. Oh. That was tense.
Also, yeah, regarding your question, I think I remember why people don't go into chamber shot for knockdown. Because essentially it's like a more neutral situation afterwards, because they get sent so far out. So it's like you can't immediately follow up.
What? Oh fuck. No. Oh.
Nice.
It's a very good button, the jumping B.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it because it's fast, mostly.
Yeah, it's fast. It also covers like a really good range for how fast it is. That's the thing. Like JC and JD, really good buttons. Not too sure about JA because it's technically the fastest button, but it has like this weird downward angle that doesn't make it like a good jump in, but also makes it worse for like air to airing, because air to air you don't want to get below you, right? but yeah. Oops. Ah, got hit. Ah, nice.
That's another anti-air. A tricky one, but an anti-air. Oh fuck. Nope.
But yeah, that's a drive sequence too. I think like most beginners players would have been hit, but I knew after an overhead I can always block low because there's not another overhead afterwards.
Oh.
Of course, same RC rules as with every character I play. You could technically do like D6B, RC6B for like the double overhead.
What's this thing? Oh.
Okay, you got the cross off the one. Oh, I didn't expect that to come, honestly.
Almost. Oh fuck. Too much punishable. For Tsubaki at least. Not every character can punish so easily that.
I don't know what you exactly mean. I probably punished with 260.
Yeah.
Yeah, the classic, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kago might have been able to punish it then too. Although I think 260 is probably like even is faster because you're not suffering through 10 frames of...
What? Whoa.
Yeah, that's like in plus on block overhead. I mean, it's this.
Oh.
But she needs like a stock for it to be plus on block, you know. Otherwise it's like punishable, I think, the 2TB version. And it doesn't need to a combo, but this one bounces on the ground. So if the opponent is anything airborne, you get like a full combo.
Oh fuck.
He has occasional overhead anti-air, the classic.
Every optic battle I do, it's a 5B. But it buffers to 236, I don't know why. I can't. I can't leave the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Again, I I'm just thinking about how I go about getting out of the corner. I mean, I struggle a lot with it too, so like any tips that I may be able to give. I mean, of course, one thing about I mean, there are like 3 ways of escaping the corner, right? You could hit them with your own attack back. You could, I mean, okay, alpha counter. So that would be the second, and of course you could just like get out of it by maneuvering out, and it's like, and of course a mixture of like maneuvering out and hitting, you know, one of those being like a jump, jump into air normal. Very ambitious air charge there.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, hello, Blues Bar. I'm practicing with Junkie, so I'm not gonna interact that much with chat.
I always forget to cancel that. I mean, it's so rare that you can cancel a gap. What? Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's what I meant with like follow up for everything. Yeah, also like what I've also forgot, I mean, it's not that important, but she can cancel into the second hit before the first hit connects. So that wasn't what happens there actually. Like this. Ah, okay. You got the first.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, good match there. Good for you there.
Yeah, it's almost the only thing I could do for the expecting the drive. I mean, I'm improvising a lot, actually.
I mean, that's generally what you do. I mean, most of the time you don't know what your opponent does, and you're just trying to survive. And
at my level, it's every time. Oh. Oh no, wrong button. Oh fuck. It's difficult to know what to do in this situation. Because my pressure or Noel pressure, it's not so good in comparison.
I mean, Tsubaki has like that thing where she essentially has like endless pressure because she can always cancel into 5D and then go again. But again, like in a way, every character has stuff like that. But you can only do that with like 5As and stuff, right? Like 5A, 2A, 2B. And you can do like lots of stagger pressure with that. With those 3 buttons on Noel. And then threaten the strike throw.
Yeah, but I'm sensing that Tsubaki is better for bowling than Noel, a lot better, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Tsubaki is like the female gorilla, you know? Like, if you compare them, her to the other, I mean, Makoto too, but Makoto is like, has to interact more with the opponent in a way, you know? And Tsubaki is just like,
on certain attacks, you depend more on some attacks for Makoto. Tsubaki, I guess, is more versatile on that matter.
Yeah, I mean, she's essentially like any other Shoto, but she has like, I mean, her projectile is like very slow, so you wouldn't use it that much. But then again, I feel like Jin also doesn't have the best projectile. But then again, her projectile is essentially like a Leo projectile, or like Kagura Orb in a sense that she could follow afterwards.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and her block strings are actually super long because of the double buttons for everything. I mean, that's like the most basic stuff. 2B, 2BB, 5BB, 5CC. And then she could, of course, always cancel into drive, and that works. I mean, you could always mash out if you know she's canceling to drive, but you never know when she's gonna do that, so...
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
And yeah, she has a standing overhead and standing lows, and we don't really know which one is coming. I think there are some rules, like she can only do that the overhead after like specific moves, and she can do like the lows after other moves. But again, even though I left that out myself, I already forget what was the case for which, you know. And yeah, she has.
It's resulting in a very difficult thing to counter.
Yeah, she has 2 overheads too, and again, like the second one can even become like plus if she's using the enhanced version. So yeah. Okay, that was absolutely weird that it still did.
Oh,
almost.
Yeah.
I expected you to jump, to dash back in.
I jumped.
So yeah, but instead you did the super, which was the right action in that case. didn't even punish it. Spring Raider.
Fuck. Oh fuck. Ah. Touch something.
Good idea, but no.
I wanted to counter the gorilla thing.
Also, yeah.
I mean, it's a worse counter super than Hakumen, I think.
Let me actually switch character right now. I'm
Okay.
thinking who to play. I mean, I might pick the Rachel, like, you know, a little bit more matchup experience against a matchup that you'll probably never play, but who knows?
Almost never. And zoning is another hell for Noel. From my experience.
But yeah, this is like where her flexibility then comes in though, because I feel like
Oh fuck. Oh. Oh, that's the thing. Okay. What?
Prince Waka asked how you doing, Junky, but yeah, Waka, right now we are mostly playing the game. I taught him all I know about Noel. Beforehand it's not that much, so was rather short, the actual teaching thing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ah, shit. I'm not dead yet, so... Ah, I'm dead yet.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yeah. Actually, an anti-air so broken it beats the anti-air.
Oh fuck. Didn't believe. Not that way.
Yeah, the wrong way. I don't know why. That was actually weird. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
on your odds.
It's so weird to play versus this character. I mean, I kinda see some things, but it's not very common. Everything she does.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly that her 6A is pretty broken and she can always move however she wants, you know. That's, I mean, not always, but as long as she has wind, she can actually Oh yeah, actually, like that's the reason why you also might have thought it's plus, because if the opponent barrier blocks, then they are minus have like 3 less frames, right? So in that sense, they're actually, but they could also instant block, and then it's like. But I think they actually need to hit like the instant block the last hit, so that's.
It's tricky. It's pretty demandable. I don't know why, because it's a super multi-hit button, but it's weird that it's so focused on one last hit. Well, okay.
Yeah, whenever you have like those markers on, I can just send a lightning to where you are.
Wow. Nope. Oh, almost. Oh fuck.
Very close one though.
Yeah, it was super tense. Oh fuck. Wow.
Shit.
Yes. Didn't expect that outcome. I also I don't know exactly where to use the overdrive. I mean, where to finish it, because I sometimes I'm not sure if I'm going to use it well with the Imbul.
Yeah, I mean that is also another thing that comes with time. So essentially, like my advice is like not very sophisticated. Just try it out, slam your head onto the wall as much as possible until you get like a feeling for it.
Yeah.
The Kagura
I mean,
way
it's
of
another,
working.
it's another knowledge check after all.
I mean, yeah,
Because
essentially like
it depends
that's-
on the character.
anything that has like a longer recovery essentially, but which one it is, and it also depends on like how early you go into overdrive and stuff most of the time, so it can like vary a lot.
Okay, that's...
But yeah, the reason why I phrased it with this is because like there's a Kagura thing to do, because I generally try to fucking him without knowing what the opponent does. Where the gap is, I'm just like, yeah, I guess the gap is coming, and then like, you know, feeling it. And it's like the most unintuitive thing that you can say, but it's kind of like the most intuitive thing to do. Because in a match you don't want to think about, okay, you still want to think about what my opponent to do.
Yeah.
But you don't want to hyper focus on what specific everything, you know, too much, because if you start thinking too much in a game, then you also start not reacting
you
anymore.
have to stop playing. Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah, I mean, you see those poles on the ground. They are like where the lightning will strike, unless I have like the marker on you. Then the lightning will strike where you are in that specific moment. Of course, it still takes like a little bit time to get. So if you were moving in the time frame and you have the marker on, since the lightning strike will work exactly. And there's like more specific stuff about Rachel that probably only the Rachel player needs to know, like how it's technically better to do like a TK input lightning strike because she's like safer. So that's what most Rachels will do.
Shit.
I mean, I see you're still like doing it a little bit too often, even if you hit like into the 6B. But the 6B is definitely like a loop crusher, so continue doing it until it stops working is my advice for everything like that.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I mean, I'm versus Rachel. I'm playing absolutely blind.
Yeah, I mean that's especially good then, because then next time you face a Rachel, you have like a vague idea what she does. And yeah, I mean my Rachel is not like high level or anything, you know. Like I think that's about the level of Rachel you'd encounter around your level of play. So. Okay, probably with better defense though, because I can guarantee you that the majority of Rachel players will have no idea what Noel does.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my pull was in the ground, but you didn't really see it because it was somewhat obstructed by, you being up in the air.
Didn't know what to do there. It's. I mean, I don't know a lot of the character, and again, and at the corner is very difficult.
The corner is difficult, yeah. I mean, essentially, the rundown for Rachel is she will litter the screen with the poles where she can get the lightning. And once she has the lightning or anything, once she has the poles down, she can make the markers or those markers, and she can send them to your location with the wind. And then once you have the marker attached, she can always summon she can always summon the lightning where you are. And then again, she also litters the screen with the frog,
Ah, yeah. Oh, fuck.
And then she, of course, can always escape, and she has a game share. Oops. And what that means is I definitely play her a little bit unconventionally, probably, because I see most rages be zoning you out all the time, and so more like this right now, and less going in. But for my own experience fighting against that character, because I'm a Wyvern abuser, that gets predictable at some point, and then they lose because of it. So I'm deliberately running in sometimes to mix my approaches up, so as to not get punished for doing the same thing over and over again.
Oh, what the fuck? No.
And yeah, what she also gonna do is use the super to restock her wings.
Oh, yeah.
And so oftentimes you will even see because they don't want to get punished, the Rachel being completely up in the sky, doing that super, and then trying to do it. But then again, it can sometimes still be punished. I mean, especially then. I mean, I remember doing if the projectors themselves do not connect, then you can punish it. Otherwise, then yeah, if they hit you, then nice.
Wow.
And yeah, she can not always, but she can use that share to go. I mean, is it a share, but that chandelier to go down if she has wind.
Yeah.
But yeah, the focus open wolf here is not Rachel, it's Noel, because Junky is learning here. But yeah, I definitely need to play more Rachel too.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it can be really difficult to get on in her, especially if you have like little energy, little HP left.
Yeah, it's a matter of time.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of the zoners of this game, she is like probably the least conventional one. I mean, V12 also, like, you know, you played her, you know, all about the V12 gaming, but...
Oh.
And yeah, you can actually destroy the frog, but it will take some...
Noticed. Okay, that was the thing.
Also, I saw you attempting like the 2A pickup afterwards there, and I think it wouldn't have worked because it was too late in the combo. But good for trying anyway. Like usually you want to do it like fairly early, and it can be as early as like first drive move 5D and then go into Spring Raider, because again afterwards you get like another drive change. So. Yeah, also by the way, the throw combos in the corner are like the same for air throw and regular throw.
Oh fuck. Yeah, it's so many things on screen.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like 4D being able to hit exit axle, that's like pretty good. And that's something that like most CPs couldn't do, that's like the crazy part about it.
The dash.
I forgot there was like this thing, but I never really do it. I should probably revisit her challenge tribe at some point, because that's probably the character I'm most proud of, like clearing the challenge trials, that I got all of them for Rachel done. I mean, it took me also 3 weeks, but again, I got it in 3 weeks, unlike U12, where I'm still like... Oops. Oh, actually, her run is so small that the thing didn't hit.
Yeah, loose. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually good. Yeah, I mean, you're not plus, but I think I barrier guarded, and that's why you were actually plus, you know? or like I mashed too late, because like I told you about me playing Fatal Fury, and I also have like this thingy with Be Janet, where I'm technically -3, but I get away mashing all the time, because people either don't know, or like they they mash too late and get hit anyway. Yeah, about the bats you don't have to worry, they just leech your life while you're in them, so essentially like they are only used for like some corner combos and stuff.
Oh fuck. So difficult to get out.
It is. I mean, like the advice for the other way around is kind of easier, because you essentially think about how does your opponent want to get out and how do you stop it.
Yeah.
So that's easier than understanding how you can get out there, because it's like an easier concept. I don't know, or maybe that's just me, but I think like most people are like more comfortable with offense anyway.
Oh.
I think it's crazy that shit apparently has invul. Because I've seen it like evading optic barrel quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what happens at that situation, but it's not on my favor.
Yeah, again, like optic barrel is like I mean, it's a good move because it comes out near instant. Like I remember when I started learning Noel myself, like I was coaching Flynn for the Carrera Disciple Festival, and he got really mad at that move because like, what's this instant projectile?
It's not that good.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Like, you know, it could have been Susan 60, but instead they were like, nah.
Oh fuck. What the hell?
Yeah, my gaming share beats everything, you know, it has so much info, I don't know. Oops. Ah, I guess my thingy only has projector input, so yeah, this thing that I used to do. Which kind of makes sense, in a way. I mean, didn't really need it because it has so much utility with like refilling stuff.
What the hell?
Yeah, George. I mean, as long as I block, and I still blocked, George won't die.
Oh, okay. So much mobility. I don't know how is the matchup of Rachel and Noel, but I'm sure it's not very good for me.
Probably not, yeah. I mean, I don't know either. Again, like, I do know that she's like very high regarded. So, I mean, Rachel, of course, not Noel. And, but personally, again, like, I tend to do good against her, so I don't see her as high in the light than others do. And also, like, playing as her also makes me like, yeah, I think she has weaknesses, but of course, like, if she's like executed well, like I never played against Rachel and felt like as hopeless as I feel against like a good Carl or like a good Aracuna. So I feel like maybe she is as strong, but again, as long as it doesn't feel me like as miserable, I don't mind as much, you know. It's essentially the same thing with Arman. I know that Arman is not that strong as those characters, but he makes me feel like he is when I lose to him, so...
Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
Oops. Yeah.
It's impossible to know where she's going to attack.
Oops, I didn't. I noticed I hit the 20 mark again. I wanted to switch, but okay, then another match with Rachel.
Okay.
But yeah, what I've been noticing in those is that you have been doing better against Tsubaki, but it was always more volatile against Tsubaki, you know? Like, if you won like in a more dominant fashion. If I won, I also won in a more dominant fashion.
Yeah, I tend to struggle versus Zoner, so this is pretty bad for me.
I think for me it's kind of the opposite around, like I personally don't struggle with Zona, but the character I play does. So yeah, it makes me ultimately also struggle with Zonas, but I generally do like fairly well against them. Because what Zonas regular usually requires like more patience than other characters. You can't just rush in most of the time because you have to be very careful of what they do. Also, yeah, another thing about this, it's like random knowledge that's not very important for you fighting against Rachel, but if she has like high wind meter and uses that projector super, then the projectors she get out of it get better. And that's why you were stunned so long by the Frog King in there. Like right now, right?
Yeah, it's invisible.
It gave me enough time to run up and 4B you. So yeah, again, she didn't need it.
For me, it's a nightmare of a matchup.
Okay, I'm actually thinking. I mean. I know that I mean, for the Juba I don't know enough. Like, Mai is pretty egregious, so is S. Ragnar is pretty strong too. I mean, I could go for maybe the Platinum.
I don't have the knowledge to choose.
Yeah, I mean that only comes with time, right? And so, yeah. So it's actually good that they patch you up with some of the knowledge for the characters that you don't know. Like for instance with Platinum, she will like run away now, and she has like different ways of angling her bombs. So bombs are actually one of those things that can hook down neutral, and so can Cat Stick, you know. And the evil stuff about Poi Poi is like most items will get will be one throw away, but it's a boomerang, so when it comes back, if I collect it, then I still get it. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
But the 6A, you know, that's what I mean, like her 6A is pretty good. You were just using it as a poke and not as an anti-enemy. It simply works. The Noel magic.
Oh, I can. Okay. I can punish that.
You can punish that, but the thing is, like, the Platinums will definitely put themselves in a position which isn't as bad, you know. So you can't get like good punishes at the very least, or even can't get a punish at all.
All right.
Yeah, that's like one button DP the bad. So if I have it, you know. And like it's harder to punish than regular DPs too, because that's the thing with all of her stuff. It's because like she doesn't have always access to it. It's like actually like this is crush trigger. This is a better crush trigger, like the hammer. But because she doesn't have always access to it, they overtuned it. So like this for instance too, like it's not a projectile you can easily jump away.
But too much shit on the screen too with this character.
There's
not for my impression, not so stoner as Rachel, I think. But
yeah, I mean, listen, Platinum is one of those other shotos which is all overtuned, you know. We had Tsubaki, who's just like an overtuned gorilla shoto, and she's like an overtuned Zona shoto in a way, because again she has like this normal if she has, but now she has like this let me hold down my neutral.
Yeah, it's
actually smart use of thing there. Like her 6D is essentially like Ragnar 6D, but she can just cancel it into this mummy circle, and then she can technically also yeah, this is this mummy circle is essentially Gauntlet Hades. I still think she's weird to use, so like people are like, yeah, this character is easy, but I really don't see like Platinum as an easy character.
oh fuck. Oh shit. I don't know what to do there.
Yeah, like the butt attack is like an overhead too. And she can technically also follow up if she's spaced, right? But it's like requires specific spacing and stuff. And again, I am not deep enough into this character to be like really grimy, and I don't, you know, it's like different, right? Like for some characters you have like more of an urge to grind them, like like Rachel, I could definitely see me like investing like lots of time into her, so it's Metroid, Ragnar, Bang and Noel, but everyone else is kind of, yeah, I pick them just for fun, these two throw hand.
Yep.
And yes, Speedy, this is done platinum in order to teach Junky how busted this character is. Oh, nice.
Oh fuck. What? Yeah.
Okay, you still got such out of it though. Nice air maneuver.
Oh,
I'm not dead yet. I'm dead now. Yeah. The backdash into the optic barrel is a mind. The psychic optic barrel.
wow.
Nice.
Oh no, that was the one. Oh fuck.
It was a nice still frame though.
Like the lolicopter.
The lolicopter, exactly, yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Oh, nice.
Finally.
Finally, yes. We've been waiting for. But yeah, honestly, that must be one of the best Astros in the game, by the way. I like that animation so much.
Yeah, it's almost and it's a classic.
The same is true for Bang's Astro. I also loved it with the doors.
Oh
and
yeah.
Cargo's Astro is kinda here and there, you know, just like a giant VFX crashing down. But I do like what the community made out of it. Like, I remember Fish always saying when it happens, anime!
Anime! Oh. Whoa. Nope.
But yeah, true, Hakumen's Astro is also cool in terms of how it looks. But yeah, Noel's Astro just looks better. Don't ask me that, Pluton. I know nothing about Astros in this game. Shit, I wanted to run up super. Didn't work. Ah, no. Okay.
That worked. Okay.
Yeah, what did I say you about like all of his stuff is super busted.
Oh fuck. Yeah, a classic.
Exactly.
Oh fuck. Oh, almost. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's also one thing to know about Poi Poi. If it clashes with other projectiles or hits the opponent, then it can't hit you again, even if it comes back. It only has like one active hitbox. But in this case, like on the way up it didn't hit anything, and the way back it hit you.
She needs it. Absolutely. She needs those things.
I mean, she does. I mean, she doesn't, but you know.
Oh fuck. Ow.
I was about to think thinking about using my own as well.
Okay. Oh fuck. Nope. Oh fuck.
I mean, if it didn't mess up my 2-2-C, then that one would have even hit me. Also, yeah, was still totally okay. That burst. Also, yeah, Platinum actually has 3 anti-airs, which is funny.
What the fuck?
That's an anti-air. That's an anti-air. And 60 is an anti-air. Because why not?
Late.
See? Anti-air. I forget about it super existing. But yeah, I think you attempted to be okay, but yeah, I think you can't keep it pressed too long, the B button, otherwise you will not be able to.
It will be punishable.
Yeah, like here.
Oh fuck. Why not?
That works. But yeah, I think I agree with Maho, the bat is the worst of our items. Because oftentimes, like, unless you're the one being pressured right now, then you don't really need DP.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
No, Poi Poi. No, don't go away, Poi Poi. I miss you, Poi Poi. But I have Cat Stick. It's my new best friend.
Ow, ow. Oh fuck.
No, I want to use my DP. Nice. Ah! Yeah, the issue with the 60 instead. Again. Nice.
Okay. No, not great.
Damn, was Platinum actually... Ah yeah, okay, because you were in the corner, yeah, true. I was like, was Platinum able to fight it? But yeah, only because you were in the corner.
I'm failing too much on the combo routes, but it's an autopilot thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Stuff like that takes a while. Again, like, it even happens on myself on cargo a lot. Like, going to the wrong routes and stuff. I mean, today also in training mode, I actually learned, like a slight... Like what I mean, you could call it a micro optimization. It's like it's not 500. It's about 100 more damage on A starters and only 8 starters, so not that important after all. But still, but getting used to that also takes the time. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna implement it or if I'm just like I don't care about the 100 damage.
Oh fuck. Alpha.
But yeah, that's the evilness of presence.
I don't have too many tools to evade this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's generally difficult, but I don't think Noel has like necessarily good buttons to defeat them, because similar to George, you can actually attack them and get them away. But that can be like somewhat committal, and for Cargo I can do that with a late JC, and that can actually work if Platinum is either close to her presence or like too far away to punish the JC. But it's like, yeah, I don't think Noel has stuff like that. Ah, nice.
Whoa.
Oops, oh, that's apparently...
Oh shit. Oh. It's a little helpless at some point, the situation. I don't know really what to do.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard. It is hard. Because especially, like, I mean, yeah, I haven't been really nice with the matchups against you, but to be honest, it's Blazblue. There are not really many nice matchups, and the one which I would say is like, I mean, not in terms of nice, but in terms of like beginner friendly, because they're not that much is happening. The one that I would have, like Ragnar and Jin, like those two characters are also busted and hit out way too much damage. So it's like, yeah, in Blazblue you can't have it. Like those are really overwhelming. Nice. Yeah, actually, like, I know you can get like combos after, but I'm not sure what the encounter that is. Oops. Ah, I thought I already had it. Ah, no. I mean, I already had the bed, was what I was thinking then. So that's why I summoned it right in front of your face.
Whoa.
Also, like, yeah, this this 3C from Platinum, it's insane.
A very good one.
Nice.
Oh, sometimes that fails. Don't know why. Oh fuck. What?
Yeah, during Overdrive I have like infinite of whatever item. Oh.
No.
So that's like, yeah. That's how you can litter the floor with presents.
Okay.
And that's especially broken if you also have the super, if you have also used the super for like enhanced item, and all of a sudden you have infinite of enhanced items.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Again, like lots of overdrives are really strong, and I mean Noel is also really good, but only if you're up close and getting like the drive mix. So I think like most of the time it's not that good. It's not like a neutral overdrive. It might be like overdrive to I think probably mostly in combos, but I don't know. Okay, yeah.
It's so difficult.
Yeah, Cat Stick is pretty broken at that range. How are you gonna escape? You can't jump out, you can't do anything, so yeah, your blocking was actually pretty good.
Again.
But yeah, instant overhead with the frying pan. I mean, it gets better if it's a fan, but...
Oh, fuck.
No! Boy, where are you? Okay, nice.
Again. Oh, shit. Whoa. What?
Yeah, enhanced cat stick. Becomes a lion stick and it's even more overpowered.
Yeah, it's like the other matches. I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I picked like some more heinous matchups in terms of
Mini
like,
matches.
yeah, you kind of have to look at your opponent's resources more than against other characters, right? With Tsubaki you had the stocks, with Platinum you have the items, and with Rachel you had the wind. So yeah, I'm sorry for that, but those felt kind of most appropriate. Okay, let me get infinite bombs. Oh, der Bloody, du bist so bastard.
Oh fuck.
Unfortunately, I don't have infinite bombs so anymore.
Oh. Ah.
Nice.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and that's the evil thing about Platinum. The bombs don't go away if you hit her. And like other items too. Like, what's on the field stays on the field, you know? Oh.
What?
Yeah, I ran too early. Because because of course you want to take up the ground again, so it's not entirely neutral, so you technically are like slightly in favor if you blocked it. Nice.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay, trade.
Yeah, unfortunately not in your favor, so. But yeah, I'll stop once I hit 30 wins, so.
Yeah, it's kinda natural for me. I mean, it's my everyday life in this game, so. Ow. Ow, ow. Ooh, almost. Oh, fuck. I'm just, yeah. For now, I'm just mashing buttons because I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, GG's. I mean, that was actually quite a cool crush trigger, so. Again, like.
It was by accident.
But yeah, for now, honestly, I recommend you play around with, in terms of combos. I mean, maybe I can actually give you like the quick roundup before we end this again.
Okay.
Just to have this like again. So essentially, like what I've been seeing, like you have gotten lots of value out of 6A. You almost get the combo as well, so most of the time. And I think like probably your biggest thing would be, okay, she's not supposed to block everything, because I felt like neutral and everything you were actually doing quite good. Of course, you didn't know the matchups that well, but that's, of course, it's the best way to learn matchups is by playing matchups, so that really depends on that. But yeah, just like simple stuff, experiment with routings for you where you can get that in the corner. yeah, it can be as simple as I have said, but you can most of the time you can actually do that. Like if I get like this, right? Boom. If I get overhead, boom. It's like, I mean, except for like if I get this, but then again, like that's something that you will learn later on. That's why I'm like also like fairly adamant on doing the combo trials. And yeah, I mean that's actually the biggest part. And of course you can go into this bombos. I mean actually this should also work if you.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay, it doesn't work from like an overhead only, okay. But yeah, for overhead only, essentially like if you can get like the ender that you get from this one after like.
This is where I mess up.
yeah, exactly. If you can get that ender consistently, then you can kind of route anything into it. And big example for instance also this, right? So wait, no. No, this is like the other thing that I personally do, which isn't the smartest, but no, now I'm actually. Oh yeah, I think. Now I'm confused. But yeah. Generally, like the biggest thing is really this one. Because I think like in most other cases you know how to confirm, and again as long as you know like one way to confirm, like here for instance like the same, right? As long as you can get that, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean for the it's essentially the same. Again, you're fine too. And I mean, you can also go for other routings. I mean, it's essentially just going to 60 after 40 if you get it. And then you can do the same combo from there.
It's to get a knockdown after all.
Yeah, to get the knockdown, to get the safe jump. And again, like depending on your opponent. If you notice your opponent is always rolling, in that case you maybe want this, but as we've had it, you can jump. I mean, you can actually run up, yeah, so. I mean, yeah, I'm now honestly right now that you said it, I'm also confused why it's not used.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. It's something I'm very confused about. I don't know why so much love about 236D because the shotgun, I fail a lot less with the shotgun.
Yeah, and this, by the way, this is like the other thing that I do like as a failsafe always is, but I don't know how comfortable you are with ladder combos, and I also don't do like the BCB that they want you in challenge mode. I just keep it like BC.
Yeah.
I know, I just keep it BC and then immediately revolver blast.
Yeah, on trios it's CBBC.
Yeah, it's like but yeah, again.
But
like,
start with a C is more likable to fail because it's not as faster. Okay, from here, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's like the same ender again, right?
Yeah.
So like even, I mean, I'm not sure. I think you still have to remember. Yeah, you still have to remember to get the bounce with like with only 1D. But other than that, it's like essentially the same. Again, as long as you can get that sequence into the stuff. I also like, let me actually. Yeah, actually you could also go into the exact. I think. Let me. Yeah, you could also go into the exact same route after like 6B. So as long as you nail that, and you again, this is like the most important thing. As long as you get like a full combo out of everything, it's you're already like golden, and like really posed to win beginner pen. I mean, not necessarily win-win, but get like good results. And and that's what you should be focusing on. Not too much, I think, like getting the optimals, but of course if you want to learn the optimals, that's cool. And I once again also advise you to keep going with the challenge mode, because again, like you get like this funny number up. It's like, yeah, I have cleared a new challenge. You get like a little bit more knowledge in how stuff works, and again, you get treated to the expert challenges. That, by the way,
that's the key.
That's the key, exactly. But yeah, what I wanted to say other than that is like, by the way, I'm still like kind of mad. I think they should have it done like this. If you clear mission 1 on normal, you unlock mission 1 on hard, you know. I think they should have done it that way, and not like, you have to clear all of one category.
It's super weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah, because sometimes they have like really bad unnecessarily hard combos and
I clearly remember what was the 6-1 of Mu 12. It was impossible on hard. Hard or easy, I don't know. It's 6 or 7. No, not this one. 6-1 or 7, but the easy ones, because it has.
I think this one probably. Was it with a throw? Because I know there was one with a throw that had like really timing.
That fucking command of 3C into sword. It's a hell. But I was an entire month stuck. I mean, maybe the 6 or 7, but in the easy ones. Maybe 7 on easy. Maybe it's the same.
And easy, okay. I don't think it's this one. Jumping C error origins from 2.
No, 6 or 7. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a hell.
I mean, this one had like a 3C into super motion.
Yeah. This one. Yeah. The 6 one. It an entire month for me. This one was an entire month for this.
Yeah, that's
only because the 3C into super. Only because of that.
Yeah, I understand that it's like annoying. I remember having more issues than I have right now with it.
Because I started with this character, I mean, I was playing Noel since Calamity Trigger, but not at this level or only on casuals. Not trying to learn, actually. But when I started trying to learn, I picked Mu 12, not Noel.
Yeah, I think both are cool choices. I mean, again, they are like my favorite characters. Like, Mu 12 is a grind candidate, Rachel is 1, Noel is 1, Bang is 1, Ragnar is 1, and those are like this, yeah. I mean, potentially Izanami as well, but those are like my favorites outside of Kagura so far.
Well, more than 3 hours. Whoa, that's a record for me of playing.
I mean, it was 1 hour of just watching, telling me stuff, and
but
also
I don't usually get to an hour playing.
I mean, that's the other thing, like, play regularly, play like 1 hour or so to every day, like in training mode, and maybe like a few matches online, and continue
that's more my thing.
Continue that, yeah. I mean, especially if you're working. I mean, the only reason I'm playing like an idiot, like the amount of time, is because I'm currently unemployed, so I have more time at my hand to do so. When I was working, I was only like playing when I was participating in the events mostly.
And even with that, you're so tired, because my everyday it's okay, I want to train in this game, but I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah, that's true. But the good thing is, like, the better you get at fighting games, the less tiring it gets to play them.
Yeah, it's less stacks.
Yes, it's the same with everything, like every activity that appears like exhausting at first, it will get better with time. But yeah, I guess I end this call with you now. Thank you very much. And I mean, I probably won't be able to coach you any more on Noel. Maybe if I get like some random advice somewhere, I will just send it to you via Discord, via DM.
So for now, I have to focus more on trials and get more clean on the things I am dropping on combos. For
yeah,
now.
yeah, mostly. And don't forget, like, experiment with Spring Raider confirms in the corner.
Yeah.
So you have them on deck as well. And if you have them, like again, if you have like that end sequence of the of the anti-air combo that you already know, and if you have the Spring Raider, then you can actually convert everything with Noel, and that's the baseline. And then once you can convert everything, you can always go like, yeah, hey, let me learn the optimals now. And then I'd also say like implement one optimal at a time, as per usual.
Yeah. I will do it. No other way than that.
Alrighty then.
That was a lot to learn to know today.
Yeah, hope it helps, and see you another day,
Yeah,
another
it
time.
helped.
Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So yeah, for everyone, that was my session with Junky. It will come and go up to the YouTube. So for everyone who missed it, like the Noel talk, you can get it there. You know, I might actually make like a different category for what's like that, where we have like where I just have the coaching stuff, because I remember also doing the same ones with Bartikan, and I remember having the same on the other end where I got coached from Ancestor on the bang. Yeah, you came too late, perchance, but hey, if you want to, like, you know, if you have any server in common with Junky, then you might drop him some tips per DM. Yeah, I essentially told him like implement Spring Raider in corner confirms, get like confirms from mid screen, essentially the drive route 5D, 60A, 5DC, 5DC, and then 5DA into 260 Bloom trigger. And when he can confirm everything, he's actually golden and set up to be like Noel main. Other than that, I went over buttons and stuff. Nothing that you can't find in Dustloop or anything. But yeah, I'm about to raid someone, and then afterwards I'm probably just gonna unwind a little bit. I also had like some DMs. So yeah, let's see if we have someone else in Blazblue. Someone else Blazbluing. Okay, Bartikan is not, but we have... Please help me, God. Okay, we have like several Espanols. We have Zaid FUC. Okay, Zaid is playing in the bracket. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid the Shinigami Panda person. So everyone, thank you very much for watching, and oh yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do it again. I was wanting to read what Ikito said, but yeah, I had fun. Yeah, thank you for watching. We are gonna raid Shinigami Panda with okay, Shinigami Panda apparently is playing Ragnar, so base character choice. Again, I told that earlier, but Ragnar is one of the characters I'd like to sweat load a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, bye bye, good night.